Smaller, lighter, urban runabouts should be a no-brainer segment for the electric vehicle. For some reason though, it feels like automakers keep trying to cram larger and larger battery packs our way. This just gives us heavier vehicles with longer charging times and massive hits to our wallets with respect to the asking price. So it's almost a breath of fresh air to see a vehicle like this, the all-new 2024 Fiat 500e. Curb weight, 2,952 pounds. Maybe that would seem like a lot for a subcompact car, but for an EV, it's pretty great to see a curb weight figure that starts with a 2. That's what we're dealing with here on the all-new Fiat 500e. This is a front-wheel drive, 2-door hatchback with room for 4 on the inside. Speaking of the inside, Fiat is going for a combination of past homage meets modern. The steering wheel is inspired by the original Fiat 500 from 1957, while the 10.25-inch center screen wasn't offered back then. It runs the Uconnect 5 system, which works quite well and pairs nicely with the 7-inch digital cluster ahead of the driver. As for the trim, it's crafted from recycled materials. On the outside, the car sits rather nicely with a proper tough little stance. The 17-inch wheels are pushed out into the edges, front and rear. The lighting looks familiar yet fresh, and the whole thing is simultaneously clearly a Fiat 500, yet it's still new. Power-wise, don't expect to be blown away here. You've got a singular electric motor producing 118 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. I suspect that torque will feel fun and lively enough given the curb weight, plus the driving dynamics should be mildly entertaining with the center of gravity sitting nice and low thanks to the battery pack. Still, be ready for a 0 to 60 run that takes 8.5 seconds. Fiat fits the car with 3 driving modes: normal, range, and Sherpa. In normal, it's, normal. Switch to range and you get 1 pedal driving as the brake regen ramps way up to return more energy back to the battery pack when possible. Finally, Sherpa is a max efficiency mode that actually reduces your top speed to 50 miles per hour and cuts the available power as well. You can get full power as needed if you fully press the throttle or the accelerator. Sherpa sounds like a desperate driving mode for desperate times. Some of you will think that's necessary even with a full charge since the range is listed at 149 miles. Sounds low, sure, but for those living in places where this vehicle makes sense, it's fine. As an urban runabout, there's plenty of range. If you need to routinely drive further than that, then yes, it doesn't make sense for you. But we as a nation of car driving folks are, on average, routinely overestimating how much we're out there driving our vehicles. When you do need to charge up though, the 500e can do so quickly with the ability to handle up to 85 kilowatts. That will give you up to 31 miles in just 5 minutes. But if you're buying one of these and you have room to charge at home, Fiat includes a home charger box system, or you can get charging credits with Free to Move Charge. What I find most interesting, however, is that this is the first full BEV from Stellantis. That is almost shocking that we haven't had a fully electric vehicle from the many brands under this family umbrella here in North America. There are a few Maserati options coming, Jeep is working on some stuff too, and we know the next gen Charger will have an EV option. But I still can't believe we haven't had a Stellantis BEV yet. I mean, not counting the former 500e, since that came about before Stellantis was actually a thing, I guess. Regardless, this one seems like the perfect about-town commuter EV for someone who isn't shuttling a large family around or hauling lumber to work. The first model Fiat is launching is this red edition. It gets red side mirrors, the diamond-cut alloy wheels, a red dashboard, and have you seen the paintwork? The starting price is $34,095, and Fiat says it will go on sale in early 2024. Additionally, when you buy one, since this is a red edition, money is donated to the global fund that helps communities in need. Fiat is going to offer up the 500e not in a traditional manner, but rather with product drops like a new sneaker that I know I'm not going to win on the sneakers app. The idea is to create different versions of the car and then offer those versions for a limited time via this drop model. Honestly, that sounds a little annoying and a bit insane for something that costs over $30,000, but people do get excited by stuff when it's sold in limited batches like this, so who knows? I need to see what's dropping next on the sneakers app actually.